gentlemen, into turns 3 and 4, 150 laps, $100 up for grabs. It's time to go racing. PALracing Season 5 All-Star Race in North Wilkesboro is underway. They go into turns 1 and 2. Pete Hart, Douglas Henry side by side. Pete Hart gets to the point. Douglas Henry underneath. Matthew Legatt, he'll ship it in. Stephen James, he'll plow the corner. And Doug will move Mr. Pete Hart going down the front straightaway. Doug all over the rear bumper of the 54. Everybody wants to have that lead track position, having that clean air. But Pete Hart will take it. But pair of champions, Aiden Gould, Jacob Alicia, they're battling side by side. Alicia enters tight on Gould, sends Gould up into the fence. The yellow flag is out. Aiden Gould, Jacob Alicia get together. Lane Myers involved. And Alicia will have to get that car back and go in straight. Your Season 2 champion, 6-time points race winner in the 87s Clash at Daytona underneath his belt. We'll watch the replay on that deal. Jacob Alicia is going to get a run on Aiden Gould. He's going to underbrake into the corner. I think Gould actually is coming down a little bit, which causes Alicia to get unstable, and both cars will travel to the outside wall. And Gould comes down, down, down. I don't know if he caught Gordon Spain. Green flag is out, and we're going to be back racing North Wilkesboro. Good launch out of Pete Hart. Matthew Legatt will move up the inside to Douglas Henry. Doug tracks up the corner. Matt right there in second. They're going to door bang off of turn 2. Matt stays glued to the bottom. Douglas in the center. Stephen James in fourth. 3 wide just behind. Lane Myers, Gordon Spain, Aaron Warren. Lane Myers will break early. And Matthew got Douglas Henry still door banging. That's going to open up the door for Stephen James. And these guys are getting aggressive. No points on the line, just $100 and the bragging rights saying you are an all-star. Stephen James, probably the most conservative guy in this top 5. Trying to just track his way into the top 3, battling Douglas Henry. He knows how formidable of an opponent he can be. Sits 7th, and Matthew Legatt's all over Jacob Alicia, Pete Hart, because here comes Stephen James to add some pressure. We're about to have a 3-car battle for the lead. Legatt inside of Pete Hart, pushing hard. Into turn 3. Matt still just laying all over the rear bumper. If Pete gets underneath him, moves him up the track. And here comes Stephen James to capitalize. No friends here tonight. Off the corner, Pete Hart doing a really good job at battling back. Looks like Matthew Legatt will just about clear him. Not quite. Pete, really good exit. Hangs with Matt. Matt will send it into the corner. Can Pete rotate back into his bumper? No. Matthew Legatt, who was already a PALracing All-Star, trying to sweep both All-Star races. Man, would that be a fun game of keep away. Excellent drive out of him. Pete Hart looking back to the inside of Matthew Legatt once again. Now they're really tight in the corner. I mean, you can see Pete Hart just about putting it on the apron as Matthew Legatt is pinching him down low as hard as he can. They stay side by side at the moment. Pete Hart, can he re-clear? Yes, he will. Pete Hart back to the point. Oh, Douglas Henry around on the inside. Don't know what happened, but that'll bring out the yellow. Doug the Thug around. Let's take a look at the replay. What happens? Oh. 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 What? Still not sure what happens. Let's go back a little bit manually. Here we go. So Douglas Henry overdrives the corner. Maybe Matt's having to check up a little bit earlier than normal because of how tight that car is. Doug tries to get back into it. Gould tries to take advantage. Gets to the left rear of Douglas Henry. Doug all over the back of Matt. And then he tries to re-throttle up and bounces off of Leggett. Maybe Leggett brake checks him there. I'm not sure. Doug lifts and lets Matt get back into it, but Gould gets into Doug. Oh, I think, did Matt brake check him? So this is going to get scary. It's about to get Western. GLJ chooses track position over changing tires, 44 laps into a run. Pete Tart to the outside. Aiden Gould, Stephen James next row. We're back racing at North Wilkesboro. And already GLJ all the way up the inside. Stephen James and Aiden Gould and Jacob Alicia. And it's going to be a pile up in the center of the corner. And the yellow flag will come out. I saw Stephen James pushing up the track. I saw Gould making contact with Alicia. Everybody all over the place. Let's take a look at the replay. So Steven goes side to miss GLJ, taps Gould, that gets the car sideways, and he just gets backed up into the 51. And everybody else is just going to kind of run out of room here. Alicia comes off the wall in the Gordon Spain. Stephen James into Greg Jodiet. Look at the 5 wide there as Doug sneaks through with Joe Hewson. So no damage, but Gordon back into Aiden. Aiden gives him the shot back. So no damage, maybe some hurt feelings, but no hurt race cars. But it does add scuff to the tires, so maybe you do hit pit road. The PALracing Season 5 All-Star Race is about to go back racing here at North Wilkesboro.
Green.
Douglas Henry, 3 wide bottom on Greg Jodian, Aiden Gould, Aiden all the way up to the fence. Douglas Henry will grab some spots. He gets even with Joe Hewson. Meanwhile, Matthew Leggett, even with Pop-Tart Pete, into the corner. Lots of lanes of racing being used. Off of turn 4, Pete Tart hangs on to the lead. Here comes Douglas Henry up the inside of Joe Hewson. Can he grab that spot? Yes, he will. Leaders side by side off the corner. Matt to the bottom, Pete in the middle. Off of turn 4, still even. These guys are moving around. Pete Tart trying to track off the top. Matt really runs him up. Gordon Spain is around to the back. I think G-Spain might have done some self-spinning, although I can't say for sure. We'll take a look at the replay. G-Spain around. Caution is out. Season 3 top rookie. Let's take a look at what happens. Oh, Alicia's overdriving and sliding up into the corner and gets into G-Spain. Man, turn 1 entry has been treacherous on board with Alicia. Trying to get hard on the braking, and the car just steps out, and there's nothing he can do. Maybe yell at G-Spain over the microphone. I'm sorry, before it happens. Hard nose racing. Pete Tart leads him back to green. $100 up for grabs. Oh, we already got big move. Doug down to the inside. Got a really good jump following Pete into the corner. Leggett will move up the hill. Here comes Joe Hewson. He's trying to get back in the mix. There's Aiden Gould. And off of turn 4, Pete Tart clears and leads. Douglas Henry into second. Treacherous turn 1. We got cars sliding and pushing up the hill, but we stay green. Battle for the lead. Douglas Henry's back. Your pole sitter working on Pop-Tart Pete's. A top rivalry right now in PALracing. is your defending series champion and the kid that might have it locked up this time around. Pete Tart has been on a tear in 2026 across both series. And Douglas Henry wants to beat him. He's done it a few times already this season. He'd love to do it for the All-Star race. Especially coming off of a championship season, PALracing Season 5 All-Star Douglas Henry would have a nice ring to it. But Legat would love to win too. Pete Tart would love to add that to the long list of accolades this season. Really good corner in 3 and 4 out of Stephen James. He gets to look to the inside of Doug, uses the door, tries to move him up the lane. Doug battles back using the door of his own and re-clears Stephen James, but Stephen has just been chipping away. Tire advantage, trying not to smoke him, just being consistent. Really smooth out of the 69. Stephen James will enter pit road. Green flag pit stop. This will put him a lap down. He'll pull off the track. He's done. What has happened to Stephen James? He has called it quits. We don't know what happened. Stephen James attempted to enter pit road to take tires in a strategy call. Sped on entry, realized the ramifications and how many laps he get put down, and decided to call it quits. Unfortunate, but I understand it. And so that's 2 drivers out of this event. Just under 50 to go. And Lane has a little bit more speed than Aiden right now. Here comes Aaron Warren on those fresh tires, 2 down, trying to make something work. Can he get around the Gooner? Aiden battles with him, and that'll bring Aaron Warren sideways. Joe Houston to the fence. Running out of real estate on corner entry. Aaron Warren, contact with the Gooner. Tart out front, Legat into second. Here comes Aiden Gould. GLJ up the inside of Joe Houston. That's the battle for 4th. Aiden Gould sets 3rd behind Matthew Legat. Pete Tart leads. And Matt really stuck out that right rear. Will these guys get conservative or get ultra aggressive? It's going to be about a 21, 22 lap run at the flag stand. It's 20 laps to go. You still got to save a little bit of tire. GLJ and Lane Myers going at it right now just for the top 5. Douglas Henry already in the 7th, trying to make some ground up. But everybody on matched tires, it's going to be rough. No matter what, we're racing back under green flag conditions. Pete Tart just locked up the Frontier Truck Tour Championship with a win last night. He almost has the PALracing Season 5 Championship in the bag. The winningest driver of 2026 will become a PALracing All-Star. Pete Tart, welcome to Forever Fame.
Oh my. What a wall ride, Matthew.
My arm hurts. Good one.
And a sigh of relief probably from everybody in that race. Pete Tart, PALracing Season 5 All-Star. Congratulatory bump from Matthew Legat. And Pete right here on the front stretch will burn it down. One heck of an event tonight. Some of the most aggressive racing we've ever seen. It was fun to watch. Pop-Tart Pete. PALracing Season 5 All-Star. Let's talk to him. Pete Tart, the PALracing All-Star. How's that sound?
That sounds amazing.
Pete, we lock up the championship for Frontier. You're about to lock up the championship for PAL. I think it's just right around the corner. You've been so fast. And the All-Star race on top of it. the winningest driver of the year, and there's still so much in front of you in terms of your career.
I mean, yeah, it has been a great season. Thank you to Zippy and Madewell Vintage for putting their sponsor on my car. Thank you to Jared Wishon and Diecast fans for putting their sponsors on my car throughout the year. And yeah, hopefully we can finish off the PAL season strong. The All-Stars race is a great plaque, great trophy to add to the case. I'll tell you that much.
Pete Hart, winner of the All-Star race here at the legendary North Wilkesboro Speedway. Pete, congratulations.
Thank you, Noah.